Hello everyone and welcome back to one of my videos. So I wasn't even going to plan to make a video. It's currently midnight here. But Moist Critical Penguin Zero, about I think it was 2 hours ago, made a video responding to obviously that poor debate performance and obviously him leaving a podcast and then everyone saying that, oh, he's retiring from YouTube, which I don't even feel like covering that because it's just pointless in my opinion. But I feel like he's just doubling down here, and I want to review some of the clips and, give my take on it. And, anyway, let's watch it.
Terrible. But now, since I wasn't holding him to this topic or making sure it stayed on the topic I thought we were talking about, it went all over the place with a ton of different things. But the big one, and this is what most people have focused on, which was my response to his question about kids transitioning. And the way he would pose that question would be by asking if I thought it was okay if kids who want to switch their gender go to the doctor and get their dick cut off. Is it okay if a 9-year-old goes to a doctor and gets their cock cut off right then and there? And when posed with that question, I replied with yes.
Yep, you're right about that. You did. If you watched my last video, you'll see what this whole debate was all about. And I'm not saying Sneeko is in any way is in the right for what he was saying. But the thing of it is, Sneeko, he's I guess you could say the punching bag. And whenever he says something stupid, it's oh, well, it's Sneeko. And we don't really pay attention to him much. But when it comes to Moist Critical, him taking an L is an even bigger thing. That's actual something, oh my god, I can't believe you got outsmarted by Sneeko.
And I've talked about this on stream many times now, and I'll talk about it again here. I thought he was talking in hyperbole. I thought he was just exaggerating, being over the top, talking about the entire subject of transitioning. I had no idea that any living, breathing human being actually thought that that's how transitioning works. Where you just go into a doctor saying, I feel like switching genders, and they lay you down on the operating table and just snip your whole fucking meat off. I didn't know that that's what he actually believed. I didn't know he was speaking literally.
You're telling me you've never heard that argument before between any debate. Of course, that's not 100% accurate, because obviously for surgery you have to prepare and all that type of stuff. But you're saying that you thought he was just making a hyperbole? Well, let's actually look at that clip again. And first of all, if he was making a hyperbole, you still agreed to it.
Somebody can have, okay, do you believe that somebody can go through hormone therapy? Can they change their gender if they're a child?
I think that's totally fine as long as everyone is consenting, as you agree with.
Okay, so as long as everyone...
If your parents are okay with it and you are okay with it, I think that's totally a familial decision to make, yeah.
Okay, so a child can cut their penis off and take hormone blockers and change their biology forever, but they can't get married?
Well, that's a decision that now extends beyond the family, because now you're bringing in a different party. So if you have someone that's your age coming in saying, I want to marry that child, yep, I don't think that can happen under any circumstance.
So,
no.
But it's still a personal decision. You're still deciding.
Because there's
take the other party out of the equation. It's a personal decision.
If
If I'm 16 and I personally want to marry this girl, she's beautiful. She's 21 years old. Her family wants to do it. My family wants to do it. You're saying I can't do that. We're both consenting. I'm ready to go. I'm physically mature, but I'm not allowed to marry because Moy says that woman's a pedophile. But if then the next day I leave it, I'm depressed, I want to cut my penis off, I can go right into the clinic, snip it off, and start taking HRT like Chris Tyson. That's a society that makes sense to you?
It is. I believe everyone has I believe everyone has the right to do with their body what they want to do.
Okay, so you see, he was presenting you with a scenario. He wasn't saying that's exactly how it goes down, because that's not how it goes down. No surgery, unless it's an emergency surgery, like a burst appendix. He was giving you a scenario, and you agreed to it. You should have said, well, obviously, it doesn't work out that way. You have to go to the doctor. No, you agreed to it.
I thought he was just referring to the entire process of transitioning and just using this over-the-top statement to encapsulate all of it. Because you literally cannot get that surgery unless you are 18.
Okay, so let's just go to the JAMA network and let's look at national estimates of gender-affirming surgery in the U.S. Okay, let's go down. Covariates. Clinical variables in the analysis included patient clinical and demographic factors and hospital characteristics. Demographic characteristics included age at the time of surgery, 12 to 18 years. Okay? So, yeah, that's kind of concerning.
For top surgery, you are requested, but not required, to have been on gender-affirming hormones for at least a year. If you're a trans woman, it's really encouraged that you be on estrogen for at least a year because you want to maximize your natural breast growth. Many surgical centers require you to be 18. At Boston Children's Hospital, for top surgeries, we'll see people as young as age 15 if they've been affirmed in their gender for a long period of time and don't really have any other life complications that make surgery inappropriate.
Now, I do want to make very clear with this, is that I'm referring to people that are children, adolescents, that are incapable of making decisions that can permanently affect them for the rest of their lives. If someone is an adult, they've been through therapy, and they want to start doing this, honestly, more power to them. They can do whatever they want. But the fact that they're doing this to kids is terrible, because lots of kids grow up. You back in the day, they used to be called tomboys if a girl acted more masculine. And there's nothing wrong with being a masculine woman, or even if you want to be a feminine man. There's nothing wrong with that. Just be yourself. But the thing of it is, now if some girl's a tomboy, they want to say, oh, well, you must be actually a man, so we're going to give you hormones, and then you have psychiatrists, you have counselors that are pushing this, and if they say anything otherwise, they face backlash. Because I do believe that lots of these medications, puberty blockers, and surgeries, the pharmaceutical companies are behind this, and they make money off of it, and it would be in their best interest to encourage this. And I really don't think that's something fair to do to kids when they're very young, and they really don't know who they are, their brains aren't developed. I really do think they should spend time deciding who they are, and if this surgery really is, at the end of the day, if they go through everything and they're still unhappy, then you can maybe think about trying some of these options. But don't be pushing this on the kids.
Yeah, you actually have to go out of your way to be that stupid on the topic than you would just spending a couple of seconds looking it up.
Okay, well, I did look up this, and I looked up how to get gender-affirming surgery, and then I found this. And now they talk about how Planned Parenthood themselves can't get you surgery, but then they provide services that can. And right here, eligibility, age 14 plus years old. And what do they offer? Puberty blockers and gender-affirming hormone therapy. Available letters of recommendation for gender-affirming surgery available. Yes. So there you go. Even if you look it up, it's not as easy as it seems. It didn't come up with, oh no, nobody under 18 can get this. So I don't know what he's talking about.
There are very rare cases where someone under 18 has had that surgery performed.
Well, first of all, we did have the Boston's Children's Hospital that openly admitted that at 15 you can get your breasts removed. Now, you may be thinking he's referring to the actual removal of the genitalia, and this actually clip comes from the quartering that I'm going to show. And I do recommend you watch this video because he actually responded to Moist Critical before even I did, or before this video that I'm currently reviewing even came out.
So, how many of the 3,678 surgeries of people between 12 and 18 were on their body? Were on their junk. According to the report, 405, 11% of people aged 12 to 18 underwent bottom surgery. I suspect/hope that most of these were actually 18, but surely not all. If I'm right, that means at least some of these had their bodies destroyed.
So overall, what I think happened is that Moist Critical was trying to pander to the woke crowd. Then he realized that's not really a popular opinion because most people do not support this. The media tries to make it seem like they do, but in reality, most people don't believe in this. And now he's trying to do damage control. He's trying to appeal to the woke mob because he doesn't want to get canceled, even though he's getting canceled right now. The truth of it is, I think what he should really do is he should just move on. Or he could have just ignored it. That would have been better than doubling down. And people would eventually forget about it. Within like a few months, no one's even going to care about this anymore. Anyway, I think that's what he should have done. Thanks for watching this video. Please comment your thoughts down below, and peace.